Hey, 10-minute daily reality check today. Eddie Palmer sitting with me.
Howdy.
Eddie, great conversation at lunch, man. Great workout. First off, I'm trying to come back from not trying to get the hernia operation. Right? So not to mention, like, this pain in the side of my dick wasn't hurting before we worked out. So as we were walking back from Whole Foods, fuck, it's hurting again. Fuck.
And just like us true males, we'll take our time to get into the inevitable conclusion. It's got to get done.
I know, it's got to get done. But you know what? Interesting. You said something that I thought was really fucking cool and really true. So many women go and show skin and have sex too quickly with a guy, and it's just, bait the guy in that way.
The cheese on the rat trap.
Right, yeah, and the guy falls for it. But you said something that was so...
The snatch trap.
Right, yeah, exactly. It's being snatchmatized. So... Can a man? You quoted it perfect. I don't want to fuck it up.
Can your mind give a man an erection?
Okay. How many women have you been with in your life where their mind has given you an erection?
2.
Okay, let me think.
3. It's amazing. I couldn't tell you how many women I've actually been with physically because the number is so high, but I can tell you how many have actually aroused my mind. Isn't that something?
Yeah, I could probably...
3, 4, I'll say 4 because I know there's one there I'm kind of lingering out somewhere. But
I could probably say maybe 3 or 4.
Strong.
Like strong, like
I guarantee. Yeah, outside of that, I'd be stretching. You'd be probably stretching the number. I give you 3. I can think of 2 right now.
I'm a little older, so you got to give me for each decade.
I
got 2 decades on you, so you got to figure for each decade there's an extra person, right? Yeah. I mean, if I really thought about it like deeper, and if I really went over the last 10 years, let's even go to the recent time as we've grown and evolved as men, right? Yeah. So let's go over the last 5 years since I split up with my ex, right? 5.5 years. Okay, how many women have given me an erection with their mind? 1.
Yeah, I'd have to say the same.
1. And it's pretty fucking amazing to have that feeling.
Yeah.
Because, and I think we need to explain it deeper. What does it mean to have that? Okay, it means that before you even have sex with them,
or even see them naked.
Right, or even see them naked.
No pictures, no snatch selfies, no dick pics, no
nothing.
Tits, no FaceTimes in the nightgown that's see-through. None of that.
It's basically, you're talking to them on the phone, and just their simple words and the way they use their emotional language, right? And the way they describe things.
And their honesty.
Gets you fucking really turned on. And we're talking I'm talking, there's women over my lifetime, I'm talking about 1 over the last 5.5 years, that I literally, after talking to them, right?
Yeah.
I've got blue balls.
Yeah.
I've got such an ache down there.
No,
it's ridiculous.
And this is the thing, we're not talking about 2 people discussing quantum physics here. We're talking about 2 people talking about life in a point of honesty where they could, and here's an example where if you meet a woman and you guys are talking about life and she's telling you about, depending on your age, I was dating this guy at the college and I was in love and he ended up giving me an STD I had to get rid of. When they can tell you things like that, or they can tell you I had a drinking problem and I'm over it now and you should have seen the silly shit I was doing. Things of that nature. When you're talking about, did you see what happened on CNN? Then it turns into, my grandmother's birthday is coming up this week. When there's always a conversation of something of meaning that's depth and more than just, well, I'm hot, look at me, well, I'm cute, and, I was on Instagram and I was doing this on Snap and send me a picture through Snapchat filters. And it's a conversation about life where 2 people are connecting and getting to know each other and opening up who they are and leaving themselves vulnerable. I mean, that's in the core of what it is. And it's just done in a way with charisma, I think, where she's a confident woman. And we're talking more about men. I know you don't want to, generalize, but we're talking about women right now. Where she's a confident woman. She doesn't have to be a 10 in the face, but she's a 10 in the person. And that's what makes a woman great.
You know what it is? It's a complete stripping and bearing of your soul.
Yeah.
And I think it's one of the things that people don't understand. There's the beauty of it's like the beauty of being able to confess on a nightly basis. And I think we've really lost a lot of that, and I think when it comes down to dating,
instant gratification,
right? The instant gratification, right? And what's the best thing, if you think about it, what are we all looking for? You're looking for a relationship, I'm looking for a relationship. You know, I've been looking for a relationship, and I've been doing it through a process of elimination, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've tried this person, I tried the single mother, right? You know, I tried the, I tried the lizard, I tried, I tried the, the super hot young one, right? I've sampled a lot of different things. And I think what I realized is that I want my mind to be totally turned on. And we're not talking about dirty talk. And there is a lot of dirty talk that's thrown in when somebody is getting you that turned on. But it's so subliminal because the dirty talk is more a heavy dose of emotional talk.
Yes.
You feel like you're connecting with somebody who is bearing their soul to you on a nightly basis.
We said in an old podcast, I think there's a few podcasts a couple months ago, you guys have to go back and listen to all of them and figure out which one I'm talking about. It's kind of like this. Would I date you if you were blind? If you were blind, if I was blind, if I couldn't see you, would you still be the one I wanted to be with? That's how I approach everything. Because if I can't see you, but you can still cause a reaction in my body, that's a physical reaction and an emotional reaction from you being who you are as a person. Nothing to do with your ass being high and tight, or you having some booty shot stripper butt, or you having abs of steel, and this is coming from somebody in the health industry. Because you can create all that later if that's what you really want. But just, if I was blind, would you still be the one I want to be with? Because you can't see someone's soul from the outside. I mean, a lot of people are pretty until you get to know them, right?
Yeah, it's so true. And we can talk about somebody, we can talk about somebody we both know and look at her from the outside and think she's a really pretty woman, and the inside she's a fucking. She's got the soul of a devil.
Yeah, pretty's fooled a lot of people, and a lot of men, we get so caught up in that. Oh my gosh, she's so hot. Look at her tits and look at her butt, and you start visualizing the sexual fantasies. You don't realize that that's all you have with this person. There's no mental connection, and so when the sex plays out in a month, or even nowadays a week or two. Then what? You're on to the next one. And then you're doing the same thing again. And then you're just jading yourself because you're like, well, everybody's the same. Yeah, everybody's the same when you go after the same things. I mean, to be honest, that's when we always go back to that saying I always have, and I always been given today when we talked about lose your type, find your standards. And it all comes into the same things. You keep saying these things, these little quintessential sayings we have. But if you think about it, all ties together. If I couldn't see you, would I still date you? You meet my standards of life. We conversate, because at some point we're all gonna be too old to fuck. And our hormone level, our DHEA, this is coming from a health professional, college educated, it decreases every decade. So why do you think as you get older, your hormone drive to do more sexual stuff starts to diminish more? So at some point you're gonna want somebody to sit on the fucking front porch with, rocking a chair and get over and talk to. So why don't you find that first before you find somebody who you think has an amazing body and probably terrible sex? Because most of these hot dime piece women, this is coming from two guys who know, we're being honest with you, they don't fuck well because they're not used to being actually had sex with. Guys fuck them in their head while they're fucking. Oh my God, I'm fucking this hot chick. This is great. This is great. You're really fucking the condom and then you're out. And most of you guys probably don't even do that nowadays because, hey, nowadays people don't want to be safe or honest. But that's a whole nother conversation.
That's a whole other conversation. But it's interesting you said that because I've dated some women that were the worst in bed and they were super hot. And I always said, you suffer from hot girl disease. And they go, what is that? I said, guys just fuck you. They don't savor you.
No.
They don't savor you. They don't look at you as a beautiful being. They don't look at you as a goddess.
They don't look at you
as right. They don't listen. They don't listen to you. They don't connect to you on an emotional level. So all they're trying to do is get off. And those are the women that always seem to, you have sex with them, right? And after 6 minutes, they're like, okay, I'm done. You can come now. And I'm thinking like, come? What are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I mean, this is like the first fucking quarter, man. I haven't even scripted the first 20 plays yet. You know, I mean.
And the funny thing is, we can say all this till we're blue in the face, but it's just like, we were talking about cars earlier. Until you have that nice foreign car you always wanted, you don't really understand that they're all just cars.
I know.
Find a car you're comfortable with.
Find a woman you're comfortable with. Find a soul that you can literally strip yourself down and say anything to, because isn't that what it's all about? Remember the John Cusack movie, Say Anything? Right?
There you go.
With Ione Skye, and he's got the boombox and he's listening to In Your Eyes, It's so true. It's like to be able to look at a human being and listen to them and hear their words and allow their words to travel through your body, into your mind, into your heart, into your soul. It's what I call a soulgasm, right? Where you just fucking explode from the inside out.
A lot of my friends I've acquired here in California, we'll take off the subject of men and women. We're talking friendship here. Just, a lot of friends I have here, even my guy friends, especially my guy friends, I look at them and go, they're my friends because of the fact that they're beautiful people. I love the way that they are. They're vulnerable. They're not afraid to be men. They're not afraid to be emotional. They're not afraid to be hurt. They're beautiful people. And it makes me go, I'm surrounding myself with people who are go-getters, who are very good people. That's what you want in a relationship. But you're looking at, if you took that same approach to your mate, to your partner, you'd be okay. But we want to be the girl who's popular on social media. We got to date her, or we want to date somebody who's known in our neighborhood or in our area. So we're somebody. But at the end of the day, it's just you two at night. It's just you two when you have an argument. It's just you two when the rent's due. It's just you two in bed, unless you're swinging you into that. And that's okay too. But you have to understand. Stop doing so much to impress the mob, and start impressing your own interests in life, and start impressing what you want. Because at the end of the day, a lot of the things we do, it looks like it comes from peer pressure. Oh, I got to get me a girl with a fat ass and hair extensions like they got on the Instagram models, and tattoos and all that. And what are you doing that for? Is that what you really want, or is that what you see? Oh, I want the long golden blonde who wears bikinis all day and does yoga twice a day and always working out. Is that what you want, or is that what you see? Because that could be the same girl who's doing yoga twice a day because you're paying all the bills and you're doing all the work and all the labor. She's just being around, being hot. So you got to think about these things. Find a woman whose mind can give you an erection. So just the conversation where you're just laughing and grinning, when you're smiling on the way to go to bed at night, when you put the phone down because you're thinking about the conversation you had, when you wake up in the morning, you brush your teeth and you chuckle because you think of that joke you guys told last night, or that funny thing she said, because she was open and real. She was vulnerable. She told you her fears, her worries. When somebody can tell you something like, I like you so much, I'm almost worried about where this is going to go. I don't want you to leave me. Those are vulnerable moments where people give you. Notice when you know you're dealing with somebody who's being open and honest and who's ready to evolve with you. Because we're always going to become better people. Find somebody who's willing to come, stick with you while you become the better you.
It's so true. Find somebody who you want to hear before you go to bed every single night. Find the person that you want to share your day with throughout the entire day. Because if you think about it, sharing your day all day long is a really big fucking turn on. That gives you an erection all day long because it's an emotional erection. And the emotional erection is far greater than the physical erection because by the time...
So those are the ones you take at dinner time.
Right, yes, dinner time. And those are the ones that you want to literally sit around with all night long. That's the person that you get home at 8:30 at night. You just had dinner with a friend and immediately you walk in, you put your headphone on, right? And you fucking dial their number, you push the button, you don't have to dial numbers anymore, and you want to hear their voice before you go to bed. They're the person that you wake up thinking about the very next morning because they're in your heart and they're in your soul and they're connecting, and that's what you're looking for. That's the orgasm. That's the fucking mental orgasm. That's the spiritual orgasm. And that's the way you get fucking fully erect. Because otherwise, you're just pumping and grinding your way through life. And people who pump and grind through life never ever hit the emotional levels that they should hit because they don't understand that they're missing out on being truly authentic and truly vulnerable with another person. And I think people have dating all wrong. Bring back late night phone calls. You should just meet somebody once, look at them and go, okay, you passed the physical test. Now let's just spend the next 30 days every night talking on the phone and seeing what we got here. Let's just figure it out. Let's see what we are and who we're about.
Or, we're California people. So, hey, let's go to the beach. That's my favorite thing. Let's go to the beach and talk and sit and walk. Because think about it, for me, a beach can turn into anything. It can turn into coffee. It can turn into lunch. It can turn into dinner. It can turn into a day at the beach holding hands in the sand or playing in the water. But you're getting to know a person. You're enjoying your atmosphere. You're enjoying the person. You're not just like, oh, well, it's 9:30. I just got to eat. Let me text this girl and see if she wants to come over or I can go over there. Because if that's all you're doing, what are you getting? Sexual satisfaction? Not really. You're ejaculating, but you're not satisfied because there's no mental connection. Because if you're going to tell me you're satisfied from banging that girl that you don't have a connection with, then any person you've ever loved, you're not going to tell me that sex was better? Of course it was. Why? Because there's a connection. So why do you keep repeating the same pattern? I don't have a connection with this person, but I want to have sex. So you just want to come. Is it just so you can tell your boys you smashed a chick last night? Oh, I had sex last night. I mean, how old are you?
Mental ejaculation is what it's all about.
Yeah.
It really is. If your mind ejaculates, your soul opens up, your heart opens up, your body has the best sex in the entire world. I mean, look at the way, we're talking about this subject right now. Serotonin. It's like, it's funny. It's because you finally get to see somebody for who they are. And that's as you grow. It's like the people who don't date a lot, or the people who don't know what they want, you're never going to know your equal when you find them. You're never going to know your person's showing up because you've never shown up for yourself because you're so afraid.
That's a good point.
You're so afraid of actually being fucking authentic and vulnerable and rare. You're so afraid of sharing those moments. Anyway, Eddie, we can go on and on and on, but this is the end of 10-minute daily reality check today. EddiePalmer12@gmail.com for some kick-ass fucking training. No matter where you live in the world, it doesn't matter.
No.
Anything else you want to add?
Hey, lose your type. Find your standards.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.